Yeah, what of it?
Good morning, afternoon/evening. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We're very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time now, as well as those who are new to the group, community, association, etc., also known as the Yeah What of It podcast. I'm your host, Jake, along with
Kian.
and
Harry,
Hi,
thank you for
my name
breathing
is
down
Jake.
your mic.
I sound like I am doing a news conference today.
that was the point.
Later, we will be bombing Yemen. That's literally what you sounded like. Like you're about to tell us you're gonna bomb Yemen.
I mean, not bomb Yemen, but that was the aim.
I liked it. It was kind of culty as well.
Yeah,
That's
what I
nice.
did was I googled welcome speech in English because I thought that'd be important.
All right, yeah.
And
As
this is a
opposed to
sample
French.
welcome speech for a corporate event, which I just nicked. You too can sound like me with Google. Ka-chow.
Ciao.
You could use it for a cult, though, couldn't you? Let's face it, cults are just more exciting business.
Yeah.
Hot take,
Do you get paid to be in a cult?
not in money.
No.
Not in money. I suppose.
It's had this.
Yeah, but I suppose they do give you lodgings. So maybe they do pay you, but rent's just really expensive right now. So they take it straight out your bank account before they give it to you.
Yeah, man, you're not disappointed.
Exactly. I mean, the
Yeah.
army do that. They don't. They take the rent out of your pay packet before they give you your
Do
pay.
they? You pay rent in the army?
Armies
Yeah,
of
it's like
cult.
£24 a month. But maybe for
Oh.
cults, it's a bit more expensive, and it's your whole pay packet plus interest.
And possibly your life.
Mm.
Let's be honest.
That's a small price to pay to, meet
Join
the
a
chosen
cult.
one.
Yeah. Would you join a cult?
Would I join a cult?
Yeah, if someone came up to us one day and was like, "Oh, hi, Yeah What of It team, we'd like to send you out to live with a cult for a week. Would you like to? All expenses paid. Would you do it?"
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Before you said all expenses paid, I'm there. Bags are packed. I'm giving a hand job to the leader. I'm on board.
Kian, you going to a cult?
This is similar to the question Jake asked. What was it yesterday? You were like,
It wasn't
fuck.
yesterday. It was
Was it yesterday?
because this will lead on to my question later on. But essentially, I asked if like the Illuminati or the powers that be in
Oh yeah,
Hollywood
that's it.
came to us and were like, "Yo, we're gonna buy your soul. You're gonna do what we say. You're all gonna be our little media puppet. You're gonna be an industry plant. Here's like £1 million a year or whatever, as a starting salary. But you got to sign an NDA, and now we control you. Are you signing that? You signing on that little dotted line?
Yeah, I said immediately. I was like, I don't care. I'm
Really?
there first thing. Yeah, 100%, 100%.
But
And I
what?
don't care if people call me an industry plant. I'll be like, yeah,
But then
I
you have to like promote their messages and stuff. And what if they want you to be a
That's fine.
furry?
that's fine.
You're gonna
Oh,
blow
I don't-
Puff Daddy?
You don't understand, right? People
Yeah.
think, oh, it's just a saying, but there is literally a number to anything.
Oh, there is.
Every person has a number.
Uh,
I have a number. I'll tell you now, there's very little I wouldn't do for an obscene amount of money.
oh yeah. I mean, like,
Very little.
I'm talking like family murder. Probably where the line starts to get a bit blurred. Where I'm a
For
bit like,
you.
I was just about to say, speak for yourself.
yeah. No, I'm talking right. We all
You
my
have
little
a
brother
very, you have
with
a
the
very
case.
lovely mum.
I do, yeah. Right. Does anyone want to give us a
That's-
recap of their little Christmas to New Year?
That's a good point. Welcome back to 2024. It's the first episode of the new year. Woo. Anyway,
Whoop whoop. Meh, 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 meh.
anyone have anything big to recap over the past month? Month. I'm gonna go month.
Month. Keen, do you want to go first?
Mine's been uneventful, bruv.
Who
Well,
would have
no,
guessed?
You've got your life on track. You go to bed at a reasonable time now.
Now I do. Oh man, it's so awful. My body's still adjusting to having no energy drinks. I feel fucked.
You sound
I've-
you sound
I've-
drunk.
I have the mental capacity of fucking a 12-year-old at the moment. I
And
just
that was before the sleep change.
that's before the sleep change. Oh
Raise the
mate,
floor
this
for your
dude's.
age.
I'm fucking yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I had to hold strong because before Christmas, before I went on holiday, the fucking we used to have this food van that came round, and then it stopped coming, and now this new one comes round, and they have a very wide selection of energy drinks on there. And I was, it literally first time I saw it, I was like, ah, do I get one? Oh, just a little cheeky one with my sandwich. And I was like, no, hold strong. So then I got me a water instead, like a good boy.
How does your heart feel?
The same.
Oh,
I didn't get like an increased heart rate or anything. If I could drink an energy drink and go straight to sleep, I'd knock me the fuck out.
Oh,
apart from changing your diet, nothing else happened over Christmas.
Nah, I live a pretty uneventful life. All
Oh.
my crazy days are past me, which does come onto something I need to show you guys, but that's for another time.
Jake.
right. Yeah. So, do you remember how like when the podcast first started out, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm the in the field reporter.
Oh my
Gonna get
God,
myself
yes.
a little vest. Gonna have a great time."
Yes.
Do you remember the It was either before Christmas or before New Year's. Do you remember the little in the field project I was going to give myself for this new year?
Vaguely.
Yeah. The aim of the game was to rewrite my TikTok algorithm and just consume nothing but alpha male content to see how well it went.
Okay, yeah. Yep, I remember.
Glad. I'm glad to report as of today I have no social media on my phone.
Yeah.
Mate, it's the worst. I don't know how people function as human beings and consume that content. Because step one, obviously, was just find loads of alpha content and then just like it and follow it and unfollow other things so that it would just flush my my TikTok. But I think regardless of what I did, all it was like alpha male content and then thirst traps and then clowns. But clowns was my own fault. That was a separate thing.
Right.
But all these alpha podcasts have like porn stars on them, right?
Mm.
They're like, oh yeah, women ain't shit, and then these women are either like, yeah, women ain't shit, or they're like, women are powerful creatures. I let 9 guys take me down, and I don't think that's the right argument, but it was just depressing. I got so depressed consistently because they're like, you should masturbate every day. Don't ever touch yourself. It's all very conflicting, wild shit. But they all start like, I scrolled back through about 4 or 5 different pages because my hypothesis was alpha male content is you make about 3 or 4 videos where you just advocate for men's health, men's fitness. You're like, body image is important to men too. All like really valid sentences by themselves. And then you just proceed to say off the rack shit. Things that no one really considered to say. Or they're just like, yeah, women are awful. And then they find some woman with such low self-esteem that she's like, yeah, I'm awful. I watched some lady earlier today. She's like, when I'm out, I just shut up because my man don't want to hear shit from me unless he speaks to me. I'm like, that sounds impressive. And she talked a lot. For a woman who says all she does is shut up in the presence of men, she spoke loads.
Well, her husband's not there, is he? So she's allowed to talk.
But like, how was that like crossed your mind as a green flag at any point? Did you think, yeah, I'm just gonna let this man tell me when I can and can't talk? That's a logical choice to make.
I don't get how your self-esteem can be that low, yet you're going on to influencers' fucking pages or podcasts and advocating his lifestyle. I don't understand.
But I think it's just a low self-esteem thing all around, because all these lads who've got like body image issues and like confidence issues seek out ways to be better, to look better, to feel better, and all they're faced with is these blokes shouting, going, "I'm rich. Money solves all your problems. All you need is money." And to not care about women, but surround yourself with women. but also don't get a real job, just do crypto, because that'll make you more money.
Oh, the
Neglecting
crypto
the
bros
fact.
are the worst.
You know what it's
Yeah.
like. Do you remember on YouTube years ago there was that guy who would be like, "I read a book every month, and
Oh,
this is what I've learned." I can't remember what
yeah.
his fucking name was.
I know he was in. He was his latest thing was he was in the Jake Paul's. No, Logan Paul's latest scam.
Of course he was. Of
What was
course
his
he
name?
was.
He's the guy's. I'm just out here in my garage with my Lamborghini.
Oh, and his bookshelves.
Oh, I've got to find him
Yeah.
now.
Those
I
books
forgot
would be damp. I'm sorry, I know that's not the point.
It's in no, it's California, so it's fucking.
Does it not rain in California ever?
It's hot as fucking California, Jake.
Exactly. So when it rains, it'd be really humid, and the books would get damp.
His name is
Did you
Ty
not-
Lopez.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
And then it came out that
Proper
he'd actually
dickhead.
rented everything
Yeah.
there for like an hour to film a load of stuff
Yeah.
and then go home. It's the same with all these people, and they just prey on people with body image issues or insecurities.
Oh, Harry, you not told us about your year?
Oh, my Christmas.
Yeah.
I went to sleep. I woke up. I got really drunk round my fiance's uncle's house by accident and proceeded to watch the 1% Club and get the answers wrong to things I'd already seen the previous day. And then Beth's dad obviously drove us home, and then I needed a wee about 5 minutes after we left, so we went to a service station, and there was an Asian woman playing a piano, and I got very confused. And I was in there about 20 minutes just wandering around. Anyway, I went to the toilet, on a toilet, which was good, came back, and then the next day we went and saw my niece, and I went to sleep on an airbed, and then I sort of like dozed off, and then I came back, and she'd slapped me, and then was holding her hand. She's 2, and then holding her hand. She's not like 18. She's holding her hand over my face, and she went, "Do you want me to move?" And I was just like, "Yes." She was like, "Okay." She also
Nice that
told
she
me,
asked.
yeah, it's very polite. She also told me that she prefers it when I'm awake, which is nice. I suppose.
I mean, at least she's not gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm taking that. And then I had a dream the other night where my
no.
body was very clearly trying to make me piss the bed, but my mind was telling me not to.
Right.
So, hang on, let me give some background on this dream. I went to sleep. That's the background on it. Anyway, I dreamt that I was like just out and about with my fiance, and I turned to her and I was like, "Oh, I need the toilet." And we were looking around, couldn't find anywhere, and then there was this like random office building. I don't know why I thought there'd be a toilet in there, but I ran over, spotted toilets, went over to the toilets, and in my dream I could feel that I needed a wee,
Yeah.
but obviously hadn't clocked on what was going on. So I went over to these toilets in the office block. They're shut. They're shut. They say toilets out of action. I'm like, oh fuck. But then there's a note on the door saying, if you need a toilet, go to reception and get a pass, whatever that means. So I go to reception. I say, I need a wee. Can I have a pass? And she says no. She says you can't have a pass. You can't have a wee. And I'm like, oh whatever. And I turn around, and then there are some more toilets behind me, disabled toilets. I'm like, oh cool. So I run over to those, open the door. It's a massive bathroom, right? But it's all sinks. It's all sinks. And then there's 2 cubicles, which are in use. And then there's 1 urinal in the corner, which is free. So I run over to the urinal, whack my zipper down, and then a stranger just appears next to me with his like head peering over my shoulder, right? And I'm like, oh, I can't wee like this. So I try to ignore him, and I look the other way, and there's another stranger. So there are 2 strangers looking over my shoulders whilst I'm trying to wee. I'm like, I can't wee when people are watching me. So I do my zipper up, and then I'm thinking I'm just going to go queue. I'm going to queue for the cubicle. And I'm stood in the cubicle for like an hour dream time. And I'm busting at this point. And then I'm just like, oh, fuck it. I can't be bothered. And I exit the office building, and then I wake up, and I'm like, fuck, I need to wee. So I literally like ran to the toilet at 4 o'clock in the morning and let out a tremendous piss.
I like that.
And I didn't think much about it till I told my fiancée the next day, and she just went, "Oh my god, you were going to piss the bed." And I was like,
mate.
And I said, "Yes, but I didn't." And she was like, "Yeah, because some subconscious part of your brain was trying to stop you, and you kept overriding it until it eventually won." So that was good.
could have been a different story, couldn't it? You know, woke up
Could've.
pissed and then be like, hey, I had this weird dream where I was in an office and there was loads of sinks everywhere. And she's like, Harry, get off me, I'm pissed. I'm covered in piss. On the topic of dreams, really quickly,
Yeah.
did I ever tell you about the dream I had where Kian vomited on me?
Are we sure this is a dream?
100% it's a dream.
Okay.
It's a
no,
really
you
quick
haven't.
dream.
You haven't done
I had a dream. I was in a Hunger Games-esque style situation. Went into the bathroom looking for my teammate, which was Kian. For whatever reason, we were both on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
When I opened the door to a stall that Kian was in, he was no longer there. And then someone stabbed me, and Kian vomited on my back. Now, in real life, I think the duvet just touched my back at the same time because I woke up with a violent swing. I was at where I was about to go, no! And I had to explain to G at like 2 in the morning why I screamed no. I was like, Keegan puked on me and then just went back to sleep.
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
News stories. Harry, did you want to go first?
Oh, if you insist. I'm fucking
very much
fuming. Okay. When I was looking up news stories today, I got so angry. I called him Beth and was like, look at this. I'm so fucking mad, right? We started 2024 with all those fucking police cars going to that mall in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
do
yeah,
you
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
There were reports of something going on, like 60 police cars show up, and only four teenagers were arrested for something. All it says is for incident, whatever that means. Okay? And as they were running out screaming, and people claim that there were 10-foot shadow aliens outside and inside the mall. Right? Number one, why would you send 60-odd police cars for 4 teenagers? Okay,
Yep.
that's weird. And later, news reports then changed to say that there were 50 teenagers in the mall. Right? So what the fuck? Okay, that's clearly bollocks that they've changed to try and cover it up. Okay, and then a few days later, in Brazil, a photo is taken from it's quite. I'll send it to you. It's quite a distance, and it's like these 2 figures on top of a hill, but the distance that's been taken from is so far that they would have to be huge.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's been checked, and there's no like monuments there or anything. Because that's the first thing people said was, is it a statue? Is it some sort of memorial thing? It's not. So people started freaking the fuck out about that and was like, what is this? And are these the 10-foot aliens, but they've gone to fucking Brazil? And then a few days after that, some random fucking Brazilian basketball player was like, oh no, that's actually me. No, it's blatantly not. Because you look like you're about 6 foot most. You would have to be 10 to 11 foot to match this picture. Don't be so fucking silly, right? 2 days. 2 days after that, bizarre footage captures cluster of UFOs in the sky darting back and forth. This is a Unilad article. And it's all in the headline there. Flying very high above Philadelphia, there are 2 white dots that are just going fucking apeshit in the sky, right?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't...
Something's going on.
Something's going on. It's blatantly obvious. They're not even trying to fucking cover it up now. You know what it's like? It's like aliens have come here without reading the terms and conditions of visiting Earth. And they don't realise that one of the terms and conditions is, do not make yourself known. And then they're like, oh shit, we've made ourselves known. Not once, but twice. And now we're going to have to quickly evacuate Earth. And even doing that, they've made themselves known. The silly billies, what they like. Fuming.
So they've hopped down to where was it? Philadelphia. Hung out. No, they hopped down to where
They've
was
hopped
the
down
mall?
to Miami, and then they've gone to Brazil, and then they've gone to Philadelphia.
One sec. It's just there's a few questions I have with it.
Hmm.
So Miami to Brazil. Just having a look. I don't care about avoiding tolls. Let's do Rio because it wouldn't do Brazil. Why can't you find a way there? How is there no driving?
Well,
Fucking
Because of the
You-
Panama Canal.
you don't need to
Oh,
drive
yeah,
when you've
sure.
got a UFO. You just get in your old hovercraft and
I suppose so.
nipping down
But
Brazil quick.
Yeah, my thought process is that people have mistakes all the time. If for instance the police were informed in Miami that there was like terrorists in the mall, they might send more. 50 squad cars is enough. Also, if all the cops are roughly in the same area, multiple might turn up to what is actually a small event.
Hmm.
Which is my first thing. There's a place called Sexy Fish Miami. Just while I'm googling, it looks very interesting. I feel like, lots of cop cars don't necessarily denote secret things because surely, as we all know,
No,
the American police
correct.
aren't the people who keep the secrets. They're not very professional. They kill a lot of civilians by accident, some on
But
purpose.
that would be fine, right? If it was like that Texas guy shooting from the fucking hotel room, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
when they say to you, it's like, no, it's just 4 children. You'd be like,
Yeah,
fuck
but you
going
found
on
that
here
out
then?
after they went and got the children. After they arrested 4 children and the other 16 got away, apparently.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently.
You just said that. The other 16 got away. It's not 50. It's not 50. It's 20. That's 20. It's
So-
4 plus 16 is 20. In no
Yeah.
world is 4 plus 16 50 people.
Oh, did you say 50 people?
Yeah,
All right.
50. That's what's being reported across our
46.
whole...
The other 46 ran away.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure they
46.
did. Sure they did, buddy. Sure.
Yeah,
No,
unbelievable.
but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like news. I believe in aliens as well. Just to clarify this, I'm fully on board.
Hmm.
I just don't know if this is an actual sighting. Because America's not a real place. I don't accept it anymore. As far as I'm concerned,
No.
it's like the shadow realm that we all get to look at.
The other bit of news I've got is it's not as exciting, but a faceless sea beast has washed up on a shore in North Yorkshire. Have you
I
seen
don't know.
it? Have you
No,
seen
I
it?
haven't. But the fact that you just said faceless something, I was like, it's probably a fucking jellyfish. Go on, let's see the picture.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was the woman. It looks like a rock. I'm sorry.
So
Whale
the-
placenta.
Is it a whale?
It might be.
I don't fucking know.
They initially thought it was just sea foam, but when these people, Caroline Pindar and her husband, went up and took a look at it, they were like, okay, that's weird. So they poked it and they could easily sort of make out where blubber was and where a skeleton was. She says
So
it's
it's a-
semi-walrus-like. The way it was hunched made it look as if the exposed bones were tusks. I can't see any exposed bones. Oh, no, yeah, I can.
At the front on the left.
Oh, yeah.
Just out of, what is her credentials? Because I feel like if I went to Chernobyl and then just started saying things like the way it's all destroyed here looks like Godzilla came and blasted the ground. Just because I found it doesn't mean what I say about it's true.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be the skeptic.
True.
This woman looks miserable as well. Like, she
She-
thinks she's found something crazy, and she looks like you told her she's got bowel cancer or something. It's bad.
This is you on drugs. That's what she's thinking when she's looking at
You
it.
on drugs.
Oh, those damn teenagers in the mall.
What news you
I
got?
still fully believe the Bible is a prank that someone pulled a very long time ago, and then it got way out of hand. It was like, ah, shit.
Imagine if it was like you go over every Bible with like you have to squirt lemon juice and then heat it up, and then you have to scan it with a UV pen, and then the cover changes and a secret message comes through and it says you've been pranked by the prank patrol.
Hashtag JC and the crew.
Imagine.
I'd
Yeah.
love that.
I feel like if it's a prank by anyone, it's more likely to be a lie by Mary because she is being a hussy.
Yeah,
She's
that
big.
would make the most sense, and then it just snowballed, and it all went a bit far. What news do you two have to bestow upon us?
I don't have a news as so much a question / prompt.
Mm.
So, first of all, obviously, Harry, have you heard about Cat Williams at the moment?
I don't know who that is.
He's a very famous comedian. He's one of Kean's favourites. He's
Okay.
one of the greats. I spent this morning watching his interview on what's it called? Shay? Is it
Shay.
Shay, that's it. Shay's podcast.
Right.
And he's just out here outing people about because loads of comedians have gone on this bloke's podcast and told little fibs Little Lies. Cat Williams had enough of it. He's come out. He's just started exposing people, and he's I'm gonna say not humble, but accurate, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of time he's like, I'm better than them. I've got no reason to like validate these claims, but they're lying, and you don't let liars give. What's it?
You don't let liars rewrite history.
That's
Ooh,
it.
what a phrase.
Yeah, he's like, if you're on roids, you can't discuss the greats of sports and stuff. I'm like, yeah, fairs.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. But he was like, there's like a little secret circle and stuff in Hollywood of these guys, and they've all got their little groups and they all look after each other. People have spun the thing or the interview so it sounds like he's like highlighting the Illuminati on repeat, or like there's like the Illuminati Hollywood. But is it? I don't think anyone would be surprised to know there's people in power who like sort themselves out and their friends out. If you do as they say, like that's a normal thing to do. It
Yeah, it's
happens
not-
at
not a
everyone's job.
surprise. Yeah.
Like, so my question was, number one, you need to go and watch that interview. But number two is, do you think there's like a shadow government Illuminati? And if so, like, what's your interpretation of it being?
Kian?
Me? Oh, definitely. There is 100%. But the thing is, I don't think it's a government per se. I think it's because this is like the other thing I believe in. It's like everyone goes, "Oh yeah, Jeff Bezos is the most richest person." I'm still of the belief that no, I feel like he's not. There are people so rich that you don't even know who they are, and they're the people who are what they would say, quote unquote, the shadow government. I don't think it's a shadow government where they're like fully leading it. I think it's just purely like, ah, shit, I really need this to get done. He then leans over into the ear of this person, is like, go on, sort that out for me, kind of thing. And then he just carries on doing whatever else he's doing, more than it's 100% control all the time. It's just whenever it benefits them, they're like, yeah, go on, help us out here.
Fair enough.
That's
'Cause
what I think.
There's a content creator, and I can't remember his name. He debunks like ancient alien theories and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got a degree and whatnot, but he says something along the lines of it benefits no one for you to know that there's a shadow government except the current government. Like, if you're out there blaming this faceless sort of evil organization that's untouchable, you're like, they're doing all the bad things, then all you're doing is removing blame from the people who are actually in power, just making bad choices. Like, the real government, they're the bad guys.
That's true.
But yeah, Kian, I'm much in the same boat with in terms of like Illuminati shadow government. I think there's people who have won capitalism. There's nothing more they need. They've extorted. They've done whatever they needed to get to the position, and now it's just a case of like maintain profits. Because I can guarantee you that between the three of us, we can tell you all the rules for tax and income regulations. I think even if you gave us the next 4 months, we probably wouldn't know all the loopholes or all the ways it works.
Yeah.
I think that's very much a purposeful thing. I think the game's rigged from the start. If you don't have the money to succeed, then
Which is just that what I mean, this is one thing going around on TikTok. This it goes back to that alpha male podcast thing you were talking about earlier. There was this bitch. Don't even know her name, but her dad's like uber rich, right? And her dad's always on here like, so basically what I'm gonna do, if I had $10,000, I would do this, it's gonna make this much, whatever, right? He somehow has had offspawn, right? And fucking she's now on her own podcast thing, and then she goes, she had the audacity to say, this is how I'm gonna make wait, what was it? This is how I'm gonna make $1 million before I'm out of my before I'm not a teenager anymore. So anyway, I work at my dad's company, and then people just been stitching it from there. It's like, oh right, cool. So step one, have a very rich father, and I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah. Oh mate, it is 100%. It's all a case of like who you know, and that's.
Because that's what Donald Trump is. That's what Donald Trump is. Oh, I just had a small loan of $1 million from my father. Fuckers.
Yeah. And I'm not that upset by it really. I think you can find your place in the capitalist society and you can get to a certain like level. I think in everyone's life it's pretty much guaranteed that you could get yourself pretty comfortable, pretty happily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's just things that you'll never touch. Like you could win the Euro Millions this Friday as £110 million,
And you'd still be scum to them.
and yeah,
Yeah.
you don't even register.
They'd be like,
And
oh, you
yeah,
only got 100 million?
this might be where like mental breaks for a lot of celebrities come, like Kanye, right? He's anti-Semitic.
Fucking
He's
Kanye.
definitely fucking crazy of some description. But
Yeah.
I think he got big boy bucks and found out that he was like the poorest at the table. Do you know
I
what I
thought,
mean? Like,
why do I even bother? I just went off the rails.
yeah, I genuinely like because there's no way if you come to a life where money doesn't matter to you, queues don't exist, you know, you're like you just walk, everything just happens for you as you do it, and then you meet someone whose money is so uncomparable to yours that you
Yeah.
might as well be poor. I
There's
think
a-
that would break a lot of egos.
Especially someone like Kanye West. let's
Yeah,
be
I was gonna
honest.
say,
Oh, yeah.
especially like Kanye, he screams egotistical.
He's got a little man syndrome.
a baby got flashbanged in America.
Sorry,
It
that's
was resisting.
terrible.
Basically, right? It was the typical Yankee thing. They fucking knocked on this house 5 times prior, asking if this person lived there. The people that lived there said it was a mum and a kid, right? Kid's like fresh out the womb kind of thing, and on a ventilator. And the mum's like, "No, I just moved in here. Don't know who that is." Police obviously didn't believe him after 5 times of knocking. Got a search warrant. Turned up with a militia of police officers, like 20 plus. And then they knocked on the door, and I watched the footage again. I was very generous. It wasn't 9 seconds. It was just over 5 seconds. It was like 5.5 because it didn't tick over to 6. They knocked, shouted police, knocked a second time, and then just bashed the fucking door in, and then threw 2 flashbangs in, one through the front door and one through the side window where the baby was.
Of course.
And then obviously the baby got to get rushed to hospital. It looked like it did 12 rounds with baby Mike Tyson because its eyes were
Right.
fucked up. Eyes were like
Poor
bulgy.
soul.
And I was like, and then the police had the audacity to go, it wasn't the flashbang that fucked him up. He had pre-existing conditions.
Bullshit.
Fuck
Yeah, I was like,
Whereabouts in America was this?
Ohio.
Of course. Yep.
Just
It's all coming
clarify.
together.
Hey,
Right, Harry, just to clarify on this, I asked this to Kian yesterday because I'm not on the side of the police, but I feel like someone has to give them some fair tenant because everyone hates the police.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the side of the police in terms of like someone's got to give them some credibility, some backup because everyone hates cops currently.
Yeah.
Right. But if I, as a police force, believe there's a dangerous criminal inside a house, and I've tried on 5 attempts to gain access and to look for said person. I've not been given access. I've just been told they don't live here, go away, which is the person's right, okay?
hmm
But if I think it's a dangerous criminal, I'm not rolling up with 1 or 2 people, right? If I've obtained a warrant, then technically there's got to be enough cause or belief for a judge to sign off on it to then breach and clear. And 20 shows you the level of danger they were expecting. Flashbangs are deemed safe.
does it, Jake? Does it, Jake?
I can
Does
see where
20...
you're coming from.
No. Does 20 show the danger that they think? Because they rolled out fucking how many cops was it to fucking 4 teenagers?
60. It was
I
60
feel
police
like-
cars, so at
I
least
feel
120.
like,
You don't know what
I
the call
feel-
for that was, though.
I feel like
Aliens.
the numbers aren't numbering here, Jake.
No. Because you're taking this in terms of in
So
the
what?
UK.
You think there was
You're
only
not the-
one teenager there?
You're not taking You're not taking this in the case of there could be an unhinged criminal in the building that they're trying to actively find, who
Right.
has had numerous times to sort themselves up, hold themselves out, and like has access to firearms.
Right.
As soon as you put guns in the mix, then
Mm.
20 people for one is relatively okay.
But okay, I have 2 points here, right? First of all, there's such a thing as too many cooks spoil the broth, right? It wasn't a mansion they were raiding. It was an average person's house, right? And I don't know about you, Jake, and I've never been in this situation, right? But in a tight enclosed space, I feel like if you're running that many men into a fucking house, and you know that if you think the guy has a gun, surely that's a bad, because then he can
No.
just take one shot, and that might go through two motherfuckers.
That's true.
No, because you wear body armor and you stack in a file. It's how you breach houses. All right.
I
Too many
feel
cooks
like
spoil the
there's
broth is a
two for
saying,
one.
but when
There's
too
too
many
many cooks.
managers. No. That's a saying for too many managers.
Or
That's
cooks.
not a saying for too many people.
It
Right.
is in
But- no,
a
it's
tight
not.
enclosed
No.
space.
No. Because you look at how SEAL Team 6 breach houses, right?
Yes,
sending
Jake,
all the
there's
SEALs.
fucking 20 of them, Jake.
They
will
hold
just-
each other's shoulders. They work back
Right,
to back.
Jake,
It's
go on.
7,
How
right?
many people are usually in like one of those infiltration squads? How many people
Like-
went in? How many people went in to kill Osama bin Laden? The most
don't know about that
dangerous
one.
fucking 4,
Hang
Jake.
on, let
There
me
were
find.
4 motherfuckers.
How many people went in to kill Osama bin Laden?
Laden.
Approximately 24. So that's 24.
I could have sworn it was 4 that went in the house.
Alright, you're a lying bastard. Shut up.
Hold on.
How many went in the house to kill Osama bin Laden? I should know this. I read a fucking book on it years ago. There's a lot of text. Okay, 4.
No. Not 4.
5. Yeah. Okay, so it was 4.
No,
Oh,
bullshit.
see? I told you, Jake.
They
I
breached an
watched the
entire compound with 24 people.
No,
so
yes,
A single room is
no,
4.
no,
That's
yeah.
fine.
No, Jake. Because that 24 number is the motherfuckers in the helicopter and allowing them to then drop them into the thing, right? So, right.
Can't breach your house with a
so-
helicopter.
So for a compound, okay,
Depends if you crash
20
it.
no, 24 people for a compound, that's fine because it's a big old area, it's open, you need to cover all the angles. But for a gaff, right? I ain't seen your gaff, Jake, but I can tell you now for a fact, and I'm not a professional, that 4 people should be enough.
No.
They
But
said
was it- no.
4
They
motherfuckers.
needed police to
No,
surround the house
This is just
to
a
protect
motherfucker.
civilians,
This
and
is
then
just-
2 man to go in.
Oh,
One
God.
front, one back. There you go. Fuck off.
You know when Jake knows he's wrong. I
No,
told
no,
you,
That's
the
right. That's
Americans,
your
they
same
just
math.
everything the Americans do is fucking wrong, which is gonna lead me to
It's
my
true.
next one of this bitch who got fucking who just got sentenced to life plus 13 years because this was in it was either California or Florida, one of the 2 crazy places, right? So picture this: she's at an intersection, right? She has just seen a car fucking crash into was there another car? It was either another car or a fucking or like a road sign or whatever.
Yep.
Right? She's then called the police. She's on the phone with the police and they play the voice recording on it. And then she's like, he's definitely drunk. Oh no, he's leaving the scene. And then the woman on the phone's like, did you get the tag of the vehicle? She's like, oh no, I didn't. I'm just following it. I'm just gonna follow him now to get it. And the person on the line's like, no, do not chase the car. And she's like, oh no, I'm just gonna get the tag, right? So she
Right.
then proceeds to not listen to the 911 operator and chases the vehicle. And then at some intersection further down the road or whatever, she pulled in front of it, got out of her car, went over to his window, and then pulled the fucking gat out. And then
America.
she thought that was gonna like scare him, but he obviously went, "Oh, get that fucking gun away from me!" And then she just like shot him. It turns out, so what has happened was when he had the crash, the reason why he had the crash was he was having a medical emergency. He was having diabetes low or high, one of the two.
No.
So he's basically trying to drive himself to the hospital. And then come across this person. No drugs or alcohol was found in his system. So she just got banged up for life.
Good.
Which is 2 things fucked up there. Because 1, if it was in a normal country and you realize you were having that issue, you'd call a fucking ambulance. But
True.
fair enough, he didn't want to pay the fucking 20, 30, 40 grand or whatever it is
Yeah, just
to
his
get a
life.
ride. Yeah, to get a
Mm.
fucking ride to the hospital. And then second, just gun-toting thing. Just 911 told you to sit your ass down and just don't follow. She's like, nah, I'm gonna do it anyway.
And
And then
shoot
I'm
him.
gonna pull a gun out on him. I was
Yeah.
like, it makes no fucking sense. Like they told you don't, and he's like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
This is why
That's
people
just
should
America.
just do as they're fucking told.
Yeah.
It's
You
just,
tell me all the
it's
time, you're like, nah, I should do what I want. And this is what I want to just if everyone did as they were told, it would all work out. Yeah, we'd
no,
get
Jake.
press.
It's not
and
just
then
do what you're
dedicated
told.
shit.
It should
Just
be.
do as you're told.
It should be. Don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick.
If she had just done as she told, it wouldn't have mattered if she was a dick or not.
Just don't be a fucking. Don't be a
I
fucking dick.
I can't trust people to not be a dick. I can trust people to be enforced with violence to do as they're told. See?
Well, that's my two American news out of the way, because
Amazing.
I like to get angry when I go to work, and then me and work Jake talk about it. We speed run the shit because I only got two quick ones. Because the cold weather was coming, I was like, oh, I'm going to do my favorite thing and check, because there's a live map where you can check where all the road
Gritters
gritters are. Yeah, and then I just started seeing the fucking names of them. So I thought that I'm gonna rattle a couple out for you that I thought were
And these
funny.
are the names of storms or
Road
No.
gritters.
road
gritters
gritters? Okay,
in
yeah.
Scotland. Yeah, they got the little pictures of them and everything.
I like teeny weeny gritty machine or whatever it is.
So we got Dr. Snow,
Nice.
Coldfinger,
Nice.
Breaker. So those are all the James Bond-esque ones.
Okay.
We got Fleetwood Mac,
Oh, I like that one. That's good.
Calvin Harris,
Yeah.
but with ice. Melter Skelter,
Nice.
Robert Burns, like Burns.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
Spready Van Halen,
yeah.
Sir Grits Hoy, Sweet Child O'Brien.
Nice.
Quick one, you ready for my uber hot take?
Go on.
Right.
Uber. I don't know how well versed you are in the world of YouTube, but besides TikTok, YouTube's always been my thing I'm well versed in. And there's been a recent spate of YouTubers retiring.
Oh,
So you had like Stampy Longhead,
Yep.
Tom Scott, Matt Pat from Game Theory,
yeah.
right? My
Yeah.
hot take is that YouTubers retiring is basically the same equivalent as rappers holding bricks of money to their ear.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
basically saying, all I have to do is work 10 years.
I mean, that's
I'm
Yeah, I
retiring.
give you that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Fuck
if they
all of
retire,
you.
they should no longer get money from their videos. Fuck them.
Yeah, but they are going to do that for a
course they
very
are.
long time. They're going to get, it's like actors getting residual checks.
It's like the
Those-
cast of Friends. They
Yeah,
don't have to work
yeah.
at all.
Does that mean though, right? Say like Matt Pat was my dad and he dies.
No.
The right of his video goes to me.
It would go to the company.
But if I inherit his company as well, does that not mean that I'd never have to work? Because if people kept watching Matt Pat's videos,
Yeah, but it ain't going to be that much as if it was when it originally came out.
if I think about it, you could just remarket it to a whole new generation.
I don't think that would work, though, would
Remarket, repackage it.
it? Repackage.
You put a fun voiceover over it,
Loads of
and you
flashing
go,
lights.
I'm
loads of
playing some
Coco
retro
Melon.
games. I tell you now, Minecraft videos are going to be huge in like 20 years. When they're like, look at this
Are they?
retro game. Yeah, I'm putting money in it. Minecraft videos, 20 years time.
I reckon Minecraft's still going to
No.
be fucking going in 20 years.
I think it will research.
Hmm.
I don't think. Yeah.
Autistic iPad kids are going to live for Minecraft.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. Minecraft's not the same as it was back then. It was a fucking craze. It's not like it's died out now. It has, but I don't think it will have that same massive.
Oomph.
Yeah, like it used
Minecraft
to
2, Electric Boogaloo.
do. Imagine if they do. We're making Minecraft 2. It's now even more blocks. It's
Yeah,
just
and
blockier.
triangles.
And some triangles as
Triangles.
well.
Yeah.
I would set the world tizzy if they had a fucking triangle.
Right, so that concludes our first 2024 episode. It's been fantastic. We discussed aliens, the Illuminati, Ice Road Gritters, as you do. So if any of us aren't on the next podcast, you know why. Keep your minds true. I've been Jake, and I've been with...
That sounded like you were really a conspiracy channel there. Like, yeah, keep your mind sharp.
Have you got
I
notes
liked
for fucking
it. I
everything?
liked it.
Just say your name and then we say goodbye and then fuck off.
Harry.
Kian.
Oh wait, we were supposed to...
Oh, what?
Yeah, what of it?
It's just me now. But I want to let you on a little secret. You're gonna wanna subscribe and stay tuned to Yeah What of It this year. There's some new shows coming. Maybe you have to stay tuned. Maybe there's gonna be some cryptidy conspiracy stuff coming. That's a separate show, but under the same Yeah What of It branding. We don't know. You're gonna have to wait and see. Subscribe. Bye bye.